Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of the day you actually decide to take a look at this tutorial. First, let me introduce myself. I am Zero of the Nistic forums from the Superboy tutorials, and to those who know me on YouTube, I'm known as Secret to Secrets. I'm basically taking this time out to create this tutorial since basically I've been looking around for this particular effect for almost a year, and so far I haven't got any answers, so I decided to just go ahead and do this myself. Now, first things first, the first thing we're going to do is to, of course, as usual, delete this. Hold on, come on. Delete this cube. Then we're going to split the screen in half. Make this left hand side 1 and this other side number 3. Now what we're going to do first is to add a UV sphere. Add mesh. You probably already know how to get the UV sphere on there. We're going to keep the settings as it is. Select smooth. And then we're going to shrink it a bit, maybe about 2.7 is too small. Let's go for 0.8. That should be large enough. Then we're going to add another UV sphere, and this will be our emitter. Keep the same settings. Of course, as usual, set to smooth. Let's move these in a little bit closer. That way we can get a better look at things. Now the first one we're going to do on this new UV sphere we created, this will be our emitter. So we're going to go to object mode. Well, we're going to go from object mode to edit mode. And as you can see, it's already selected. Now what I'm about to do is a page taken from Blender's Art Magazine issue 16, where somewhere in the article someone decided to burn little Suzanne, or the little monkey head. Now what we're going to do is click on new, but I kind of feel sorry for that monkey for being burned like that, and we're going to click select, go to random, and we're going to change the percentage from 50% down to 40. Hit OK. It ain't come out right. Okay, let's deselect everything here. Then random. Then 40. There we go. Now we're going to change this name into Emivert. You can call it whatever name you want. Doesn't really matter at this point. You're going to hit assign a few times to make sure that it's actually assigned. Yeah, I just clicked on deselect and then select in order for me to get the value that in order for me to make sure that it's on there. Now for the next step, we are going to go out and add a particle system, and we're going to make the changes here in the first tab. We're going to change the amount. You can actually change the amount to whatever amount you want. I'm going for 3,500. It all depends on whatever tickles your fancy. And we're going to start the animation. Instead of actually at 1, we're going to do a negative value, -3, so that way it'll actually start going by the time it'll actually be in motion by the time the particles emit. Next, for the end, you can keep it at 100. I mean that's basically 4 seconds anyway, but you can extend it to whatever amount you want. Next, we are going to put down the life and decrease that to 25. That'll give it at least a second. Then we're going to go to random, change the normal to 1, change the random to 0.5. Now basically what I'm doing is taking a page out of Neon's channel where he did that fire, and that's basically what I'm doing. I'm basically putting in the same settings as he was doing, but I'm adding a little bit changes to it. Now for the acceleration on the z-axis, we're going to change this one to, give me a second, I have to come back to my notes here. Can't believe I forgot that one. Okay, I'll just have to ad-lib it. Oh, now I remember. The value was 8. Put that on there. The Brownian value to 5. Make it a little bit turbulent. Visualization, we're gonna make this one into a line. Now you're probably thinking, why did you decide to put it as a line and compare it to the regular point value? It's mainly because of the fact that if you keep it on a point value, the point value will be a little bit clumpy and not, really well defined. So that's the reason why I decided to change it into that one. Now we're in the vertex group. Down at the bottom to the right hand side, we're going to select our emitter group, vertex group. Go on to children. Change it from none to particles. Now over here is pretty much a three-step method. So we're going to change the periodic offset to the path from nothing to wave to make it a little bit, of course, as usual, make it turbulent. Once again, I'm taking the page out of Neon's fire tutorial and just adding it to my own. We are going to decrease the render amount to 25 because my computer is so freaking ancient. It should be in a retirement home, and because I don't have the RAM to back it up for that high amount. We're going to change the round to the max. And we're basically done with the particle system. If I'm moving too fast at any time of this tutorial, despite the time limit, please press pause and play back the parts that you probably didn't get. Now we're going to add a new material. Come on. There we go. Now, yeah, in this case we're going to keep the material as it is, but this time we're going to change it from a regular material to a halo material. We're going to decrease the alpha to 115, and as you can see, the is already invisible, but don't worry, it'll come back soon enough. We go to the shaders tab. In the halo size, we're going to put in 1.85. As you can see, it's already transparent, but trust me, it's going to get a lot better. Now in the hard value, increase it to the max, which is 127, and in the additional value, we're just going to take it up a smidget to 1. Now you probably see nothing much is happening. Once again, we'll get to it. We're going to change it to lines. As you can already see, it's already appearing a little bit better than usual. Click on Halo Text, and finally soft. That way it can be a little bit more structured. Once again, this part of the tutorial is taken from Neon's fire tutorial. Now in the map 2 section, we're going to get rid of the color, put in the alpha, change the mix value to multiply, and this part is very important if you want the aura to actually be transparent and you can actually see the object that the aura is flowing around. We're going to actually cut this sucker in half, so type in 0.5, and now we're going to the texture